First time I smoked weed was in my backyard here. Got super stoned, and then I realized I liked weed a lot. That's when my desire to smoke weed started, and then I started smoking weed for a while. And then started getting really dependent on it, and that's when I realized that I had to stop.
Hold on, you could be an influencer. And get this, you could be an influencer and not influence a motherfucker to do a goddamn thing. You could be an influenceless influencer. Believe in yourself.
For years, we've watched Justin Bieber evolve from a fresh-faced, small-town kid with a voice that could melt hearts into a man weighed down by the sins of Hollywood. The industry took him in young, placed him on a pedestal, and then chewed him up and spit him out. But while fans assumed his downfall was due to the pressures of fame, Katt Williams is here to tell us otherwise. In a shocking revelation, Katt Williams is exposing how Diddy played a major role in Justin's life, orchestrating his every move from behind the scenes. Justin was just 15 when he first stepped into Diddy's world. At the time, it seemed like a dream come true, hanging out with one of the biggest moguls in the game, getting industry connections, and being invited to exclusive parties. But what kind of mentorship involves late-night gatherings and secret rooms? Now, years later, Justin is acting strange. His erratic behavior has resurfaced. His social media activity has been raising eyebrows, and it's becoming clear that Diddy's grip on him might have never fully loosened. Recently, Justin shocked fans by releasing a rap where he explicitly says, "I'm high." Now, this isn't the same young Bieber who once claimed he was done with drugs, settled into married life, and focused on his faith. This is a man spiraling, and the timing couldn't be more suspicious. Diddy is behind bars, and yet, somehow, Justin is slipping back into the very things he once escaped from. Is this a sign that Diddy's influence is still there?
I fly high like a magpie.
Justin Bieber's recent video is raising concerns just days after his rep slammed drug use rumors. The singer takes to Instagram February 25th to post a new video where he raps about flying high, a move that has fans concerned.
Like a fly guy. I fly high like a magpie. I go high like I'm that guy.
The video comes shortly after his rep fired back at claims he's been using hard drugs, telling TMZ February 23rd that it's absolutely not true. Instead, his team notes it's been a very transformative year for Justin as he ended several close friendships and business relationships that no longer served him. And as the Grammy winner's 31st birthday approaches on March 1st, he's focused on his family and his music, not speculation about his health, which his rep calls exhausting and pitiful, and shows that despite the obvious truth, people are committed to keeping negative, harmful narratives alive. E! News has reached out to Justin's rep for comment and has not heard back. Speculation about Justin recently went into overdrive when he stepped out to record music in New York City and to support Haley in Los Angeles, with his interactions being scrutinized online. Amid rumors on social media, including speculation of a rift between him and Haley, Justin posted a message online. He wrote in his February 20th Instagram story, which was set to the song Free Fallin' by John Mayer, "It's time to grow up. Changing is about letting go, not trying harder. Are you tired of trying to follow all of the rules in hopes to get the results you crave? I found love to be more powerful than rules."
Welcome back, Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Hi!
Hey, Justin, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Justin? Hi, Justin. Thank you. Have a good day, Justin. Welcome back, my brother.
Hey!
Back up. Back up, please.
What's going on, JB? How you been, bro?
What's up, big guy?
Thank you.
If that wasn't enough, fans were stunned when Justin posted a picture of himself sitting on a bike, holding a bong, openly smoking. A complete contrast from the Bieber we had seen in the past few years, who was all about redemption and self-growth. It's almost as if something triggered him to unravel. And people are asking, did he just wake up to the truth of what was done to him?
Justin Bieber is facing some backlash. The star posted a series of photos on Instagram, apparently showing him smoking from what appears to be a bong. Some of his followers were not happy, with one writing, "Just keep in mind whatever you post is forever. Your child will see it someday." And another added, "Sad to watch." But others showed him support, with one commenting, "Don't judge until you walk in his shoes." And another added, "You have more people rooting for you and praying for you than you know. I'm on your side." The post comes after the singer's rep slammed rumors about alleged drug use, calling the rumors, quote, "exhausting and pitiful" in a statement to TMZ. The statement also said, quote, "Despite the obvious truth, people are committed to keeping negative, salacious, harmful narratives alive." The new post on Instagram comes after Justin shared a cryptic post. Here's what we know.
After facing relentless rumors about his marriage, career, and overall health, Justin Bieber is finally speaking out, sharing a lengthy post on Instagram about how he's changing for the better.
Justin and Haley recently on a rare outing with son Jack, and now the new dad is sharing a cryptic message about growth and maturity amid increasing concern for his well-being in recent months. On his Instagram story, he shared a lengthy note that reads in part, "It's time to grow up. Changing is about letting go." The reflective message was posted around the same time Justin reportedly went on an unfollowing spree, removing several celebrities from his account, including his ex Selena Gomez's fiance Benny Blanco, Selena's ex The Weeknd, Drake, and most notably, Sean Diddy Combs. Many fans were expecting Justin to speak out last fall after the downfall of his former friend, mentor, and collaborator. While there's no evidence Justin was impacted by any of Diddy's alleged crimes, including which the rapper denies, Bieber was certainly dragged into the narrative after videos like this one, featuring the two on Kimmel in 2011, resurfaced.
Got me a Lamborghini. And
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
And he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Justin has not commented on the Diddy case, and as far as his supposed Instagram purge, it's unclear if it was intentional, as the 30-year-old's account has been compromised in the past. Last month, he posted and then deleted the message, "Someone went on my account and unfollowed my wife. Bleep is getting sus out here." And amidst rumors of marriage trouble with Haley, Justin shared these affectionate shots with his wife for Valentine's Day. The couple has endured many ups and downs. In a 2022 interview with Apple Music, Justin admitted he struggled with his mental health early on in the marriage.
I remember when I first got married, I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was gonna fix all my problems.
But the biggest plot twist of all, he suddenly unfollowed Usher. Now, if you've been paying attention, you'll know that Usher wasn't just a mentor to Justin. He was the bridge that connected him to Diddy. The two were extremely close, and for the longest time, Usher was seen as the one who helped Justin become a megastar. So why, after all these years, is Justin suddenly cutting ties? And it's not just Usher. Every celebrity connected to Diddy has been wiped from Justin's following list.
Justin Bieber just unfollowed Usher on social media along with a lot of other people that he's associated with in the music industry. Now, why does this matter and why the heck do I care who Justin Bieber is following? Well, the people he unfollowed actually have a connection to each other, and this may have a deeper meaning. Usher was Justin Bieber's mentor growing up, and the one that mentored Usher was P. Diddy. In fact, he was sent to Bad Boy Records, P. Diddy's record label, to work with him when he was just 14 years old. And then Usher went and eventually owned his own record label with a man named Scooter Braun that Justin also unfollowed, and they signed Justin when he was just 13 years old. See the trend? Justin also unfollowed a man named Pooh Bear who wrote and produced a lot of his songs and was his mentor earlier on in his career. He also unfollowed Allison Kay, who was a former manager. He also unfollowed Ryan Good, who was the best man at his wedding and basically his stylist. He unfollowed Kenny Hamilton, which was his security guard, and he was Usher's former assistant. Looks like Justin Bieber wants out of this whole mess, and maybe he knows something is coming.
Justin Bieber has moved to unfollow Usher, and yes, like I said, this is a very big deal. I'm going to tell you everything that is happening right now. Now, we went over the timeline last week. Okay, Justin was signed when he was just 13 years old, and I should mention he was signed by Usher to a label that was owned jointly by both Scooter Braun and Usher, and he was considered Usher's protege. He has been described Usher as his mentor, which is why his adorable premiere music video that I showed you guys last week, entitled One Time, they had created this storyline in which a young Justin Bieber is playing video games with his friends, and Usher calls him and says that he's running late. You know, his big bro Usher calls him, and then Justin Bieber does the teenager thing and throws a party while Usher is out. So take a look at the beginning of that music video now.
Oh, 3! That was not luck, that was skill. Yo, I'm killing you. Yo, Usher.
JB, what's up, man?
I'm just playing video games with Ryan.
You think you can hold the house down till I get back?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, my man.
Yo.
And that's how it starts. And then all of a sudden he has a party. And like I said, you can imagine for a 13-year-old kid, I think he's 14 in the video, what a big deal. You're with Usher, one of the princes of R&B, and now he's your mentor, and you're doing what you love, you're singing songs, and their long relationship has been well documented throughout the media. Most notably, when Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber got married back in 2019, Usher was on the very short list of invites. So I'm showing you this photo of Usher at Justin Bieber's wedding. You see the date there, September 30th, 2019, the Biebers. He's smiling, he's looking happy. So that means their relationship was great all the way up until 2019. We know that. And by the way, Usher wasn't the only person that was there. So was Scooter Braun. There he is with his ex-wife in the booth with Hailey. They were super close, the four of them. Then something happened, right? Something happened in the background, and people started noticing some things last year. In 2024, you guys will remember that Usher was tapped to perform at the Super Bowl. And people therefore assumed, because usually when you are tapped to perform the Super Bowl, you bring in all your hits, you call up all your homies. There's all of these guest surprises of people jumping on stage, and it's a trip down memory lane. So everyone was really hyped and assuming that Justin Bieber would be on the stage with him, especially because Justin Bieber went to this Super Bowl. And also because Justin Bieber had just performed earlier that same month at the NHL All-Star Game. So the signs were there. But then news began breaking that actually, no, Justin Bieber had snubbed him, that he had turned down Usher. People were wondering if this was true or just, usual rumor mill in the media. But then Usher confirmed it on the Breakfast Club. Kind of seemed like he was trying to make it seem like it wasn't a big deal, that here I am the mentor and he turned me down. Here is what Usher said explaining that on the Breakfast Club.
Why didn't things work out with Justin Bieber?
You know what? They did work out with Justin. I honor and recognize that my brother, I think that it might have been the fact that he was just, wanting to tell a different story right now. And I understand that. But we did have a brief conversation, and we're gonna do something else in the future. But there's no love lost or anything like that.
Seems like he's struggling to find words there, doesn't it? He's saying, I think that maybe he's just trying to write a different story. What does that mean? I think that. You've been his mentor for decades. Shouldn't you know that? Almost decades, right? Shouldn't you know the reason why he didn't want to perform with you? Saying that he's trying to write a different story. What does that mean? Clearly, Justin Bieber was already pulling back, is what it means.
Sir.
Is this his way of distancing himself from his past? Or is he finally realizing that everything Katt Williams and Jaguar Wright have been saying might actually be true? For years, Jaguar Wright has been screaming from the rooftops about what really goes down behind closed doors in the industry. She's specifically spoken about Usher and Diddy's relationship, hinting that Usher himself might have been a victim before the cycle continued with young stars like Bieber. At the time, people dismissed her as crazy, but now that Justin is suddenly disassociating himself from Usher, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to come together.
I'm tired of Usher. I wish somebody would come out and just like sue him. Like, we need Usher sued. No, we do. We need a victim to come out and be honest about him. Because what I'm realizing is that he's gonna fake the funk until the victim, man. He's just gonna keep on sucking the devil's. And I don't know, you know, like with a baby, that pacifier, sometimes you gotta pull it out. You know what I'm saying? And take it away, right? When the baby's used to sucking on the pacifier. That motherfucker gonna keep sucking on that shit until you do what? Till you take it out the mouth. Now it's gonna scream and holler, but eventually it will get used to the fact that his mouth is no longer full with that object. And that it's time to just, you know, learn how to live without it. He been sucking on Diddy's time. It's time for him to learn how to make this thing happen without the devil's dick in his mouth or ass.
You don't think if he sued, he'll just Lil Woody the situation and I don't recall? I don't recall.
No, because I think if a victim comes out against Usher, it'll show how egregious this because if he can be a predator, then anybody can be a predator.
Can't smile in your face the whole time.
You feel what I'm saying? Like people look at Usher, they don't see that. They not seeing the victim. They not seeing that boy that got rushed to the hospital. They not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute. And his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that. He had already been to the hospital. That situation that Gene was talking about. And you still took Bieber there. But you got custody of him first. Diddy had already tried. They wouldn't let him. Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in and discovered it and managed him and got custody of him and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the diddler. Does that sound like a good guy?
It's horrible.
Does that sound like a good guy? Now that we know what Diddy's really like. What kind of gotta be to take another boy, another talented boy, and put him in your place so it ain't gotta be you no more. Because that's what pedophiles do. They get victims, and then once they get to a certain age and they get too old for them to enjoy them, they send them out to go get other young kids. Now, if Usher is a procurer, and if Usher knew what was gonna happen to any of those young children that he took to the Flavor Freak off, is he a good guy? Especially considering what happened to him, especially considering that he sat Howard Stern, and Howard Stern said, would you send your kids to Puffy's Flavor Camp? And his immediate response was, hell no! So it's good enough for everybody else's kids, but it's not good enough for yours. Yours are just good enough to die in Lake Lanier with no real investigation. Got it? Like, these aren't good people!
All right, Jeff.
He's not good! He's a... And the simple fact that Justin Bieber literally made a public statement and said, Usher asked me to do the Super Bowl with him and I turned it down.
Justin Bieber's life was controlled from the very beginning. He was placed under the influence of Diddy and Usher, molded into a superstar, and then left to deal with the trauma on his own. Even if we look back at old interviews, Justin was never treated right. He was asked inappropriate questions, placed in uncomfortable situations, and even as a kid, he was pushed into a world far too dark for someone his age.
Justin Bieber is probably the last person on earth you feel bad for. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed tween made a few YouTube videos singing in 2007, got swooped up by the major record labels, and they forced his generic pop songs onto us. Then every young girl in the world became obsessed with him, making him millions of dollars and keeping his songs in rotation on the radio. He was an easy person to hate, or just completely disregard. However, in the early 2010s, he started to change. He was lashing out in public, assaulting people, and starting to confirm people's suspicions of him being a snobby rich brat. And although this video is not going to be me trying to convince you that Justin Bieber is an unproblematic saint, there is another perspective to consider that might make his antics a little understandable. For example, the many times he was blatantly assaulted or harassed in public.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
It isn't very difficult to see how uncomfortable Justin is. James Corden is leaning in as close as he possibly can with his hand resting on Justin's back.
Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face. All right.
Rubbing Justin's face was just disrespectful, but he couldn't resist touching the boy. Bieber awkwardly tries to go along with the joke, but James makes it even worse.
Voted to just do it. Don't mess around. Don't tease me, Bieber.
People couldn't keep their hands off Justin, including Katy Perry, who had to get herself a handful as she mouths to the camera, "Sorry, Selena." At the end of this interaction, Justin says, "We can do that forever if you want," which made some people think that he was okay with this behavior. Even David Letterman put his hands on Justin. During the 2012 interview, David insisted on denouncing Justin's tattoos.
Is that a new tattoo?
This is a new tattoo.
Oh God, how many do you have?
I have a couple, just a couple.
Well, tell me that's the last one.
It might be.
No, it is. You don't, I mean, honestly.
David decided to treat Justin like his son's troubled friend looking for guidance, even though it was never asked for. Funny thing is, Justin ended up doing exactly what David told him not to do. But Letterman took it too far when he put his hands on Justin.
You know, I got believe.
Get that off of there.
Hey.
Although this one wasn't explicit in nature, it was still totally uncalled for. David would later apologize for his behavior, but it's odd to see how many people were so willing to put their hands on the boy. Luckily, he was able to prevent Leah Remini from getting her hands on him during this interview on The Talk.
I will squeeze your face. No, I will. No.
Justin had to shout no 5 times before she would stop, but that's not all. Earlier in this segment, she was forcing him to answer a really strange would you rather question.
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms? Answer, Justin Bieber.
For no reason at all, Leah insisted on pushing this very sexual question while there are little girls and boys directly behind her in the audience. Justin realized he was trapped because no matter what he tried to say, she was trying to force the answer she wanted out of him, but he stood his ground and chose to not give in to her manipulation. This wasn't the first time Justin stood his ground when a host got sexual with him. While doing a radio show called Mojo in the Morning, the host, Shannon Murphy, brought the conversation in a strange direction.
Has your mom given you I mean, like, I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother.
Yeah.
Like, I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me this.
Okay.
So why don't you give me?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird.
He very clearly stated that he was uncomfortable when the host brought up, but the circumstances that built up to this are a bit confusing because earlier in the conversation, this happened.
Justin, what are you going to be doing after the show tonight?
I thought I was picking you up.
Now, when I was 15 years old, I probably would have said some dumb stuff like that to an older girl, but apparently Justin couldn't keep his hands to himself.
That little kid is like a walking set of hormones. He is.
Wow, got a little too touchy-feely with you?
he wasn't just like patting my butt, he was grabbing my butt and he kept saying, "Is it inappropriate? Is this inappropriate?"
Oh my God.
And he would
How
grab it harder and go, "Is it inappropriate now? Is it inappropriate now?" Hi. Oh my gosh, he's kissing me. Here, come sit here. Come sit with me right here. Dude, Justin Bieber just like comes up and you just started making out with me, you know that?
Is that not appropriate?
Justin was obviously flirting with Shannon in a juvenile way. Then she said live on air how Justin was touching and kissing her. We can imagine there were definitely some instances where Justin felt like he could probably touch whoever and whatever he wanted, since, well, it was often done to him. But regardless, the 26-year-old shouldn't have brought up conversation on the air. Even men were infatuated with young Bieber. L.A. Reid, music executive who signed Justin to his first major record deal, said, "This kid was beautiful, like a woman can be beautiful, and men rarely are."
At first, fans noticed Justin posting cryptic biblical messages, while rumors swirled about his alleged drug use. Hailey Bieber was also quick to jump in and shut down the speculation, insisting that Justin was happy, focusing on family, and staying away from substances.
Justin Bieber is sharing another cryptic message on Instagram just days after his 31st birthday. Shortly after the singer's rep slammed rumors that Justin has been using hard drugs, he shares a new cryptic biblical message to social media. Justin, who shares 6-month-old baby Jack with wife Hailey Bieber, writes in an Instagram story on March 6th, quote, "Jesus didn't heal his best friend Lazarus right away, even though he knew people would talk, saying how could he be God if he didn't heal his best friend." The Grammy winner's post references the Gospel of John in the Bible, during which Jesus raises Lazarus from the dead. Justin continues, quote, "But Jesus wasn't trying to please everyone and didn't allow people to rush him. He knew what he was capable of." The singer emphasizes his interest in the biblical story because of how many people doubted Jesus, saying, quote, "Best part of this story is while everyone thinks Jesus is late and let his friend die, Jesus is never late. He shows up and raises him from the dead, showing that he has the power over life and death." And this isn't the first time that Justin has shared his thoughts on Instagram. He writes in a February 20th Instagram story set to Free Fallin' by John Mayer, quote, "It's time to grow up. Changing is all about letting go, not trying harder. Are you tired of trying to follow all of the rules in hopes to get the results you crave? I found love to be more powerful than rules."
Basically, Justin and his wife are upset by the drug allegations, and they sent someone from their team to the media to say that Justin is in one of the best places of his life. He's actively parenting his newborn son, he's working on music, and getting ready for his birthday, his 31st birthday later this week. The rep goes on to say that this past year has been very transformative for Justin as he ended several close friendships and business relationships that no longer served him. Right off the bat, I'm thinking about Usher because he unfollowed Usher. I'm thinking about Scooter Braun. I'm thinking about TriStar Sports and Entertainment, his old business manager. He fired Lou M. Taylor, the same woman who put Britney Spears in a conservatorship. But Justin is begging for this narrative to end. They say that Justin's mental and physical health is fine, and that this narrative that he's not okay, it's, quote, exhausting and pitiful, and shows that despite the obvious truth, people are committed to keeping negative, salacious, and harmful narratives alive. I'm looking at a TMZ article, and the pictures they include are so shady. I mean, you're telling me this person's okay? I mean, let's put that on the screen because, whew, poor Justin. When responding to those photos where Justin doesn't look great, the sources say that Justin hadn't slept that night because he had been recording all night, which is why he looked a little bit rough. He'd also spent part of the evening caring for his son, who was having trouble falling asleep as well, so normal parent things. But it was at the road pop-up where Justin's behavior really caught attention. In one viral video, Justin's seen smiling wide, very happy. Like, I don't even think I could smile that wide. Made the Botox. Actually, I do get Botox for migraines though. And shifting his weight from side to side while chatting with the beauty director. At one point, Justin clutched at his pants with both hands before leaning over and scratching the side of his leg. Okay, we got detail by detail. In another video, Justin showed a blank expression staring straight into a camera while posing with photos with Hailey. Let's take a look at some of these clips together. I have to say, this damn road pop-up has been causing so much traffic. Literally, all the firemen were out there. there. The EMTs were out there. La Cienega was so hard to drive through the other day. It's actually not too far. I want to say it's probably like a 10-minute walk from where I am. But yeah, it's disruptive. Haley, please reel it back. But you can see Justin here talking, and he's extra smiley. Look, there's that smile I can't even do. And grabbing his pants like they say. Okay. I mean, I always get like a little itch on my arm or like my back. Like, I'm sure if I was ever a celebrity, you'd be like, what the hell is his body? Because I'm always like cracking something or itching something. So, you know, he's probably just fine. I mean, I've heard that like using some drugs can make you itchy, but we are not jumping to that conclusion here. But following these videos going viral, fans took to social media saying that this is so hard to watch. Someone help him. Why is he smiling like that? I'm scared. Another person called his expression so uncomfortable. This person writes, funny how they're pointing to this one isolated picture to say someone help him. I've been saying that for years. He has some serious trauma and people don't self-correct. I'm sure with all the Diddy stuff resurfacing, it's making that trauma surge. I think the most concerning part is trying to navigate fatherhood with a son nonetheless. This person writes, I really disliked Bieber when he was peeing in the janitor's mop buckets and getting piggyback rides up the Great Wall of China. What the hell? If we have pictures of that, can we? Well, maybe not the peeing in the mop bucket, but then after Diddy was arrested and everything came out, my thoughts started to shift to empathy. Another person adds, I can't imagine what that animal Diddy subjected him to and was part of. I'm sure it's really bad, but JB needs to know that it's not his fault. He was a victim as well.
Now here's where things get even more suspicious. Diddy is currently behind bars, facing one of the biggest falls from grace the industry has ever seen. And yet, somehow Justin is spiraling once again. Why? Justin Bieber has always been one of the industry's golden boys. But now with all these videos and clips surfacing, he's openly expressing sadness, claiming that he feels like a fraud. That's not something you say unless you're carrying a heavy burden of truth.
And we are back with our GMA cover story. Justin Bieber, the pop star, shared in a post that he struggles with feeling like a fraud. Stephanie Ramos here with the story. Good morning, Stephanie.
Hey, George. Good morning. Justin Bieber has a message for his believers. On social media, he shared a heartbreaking message about feeling unworthy, and fans are showing up in the comments section to support.
What if you had it all, but nobody to call?
This morning, Justin Bieber letting his guard down, sharing on his social media feelings of being a fraud, unworthy, and unequipped.
I'm so lonely.
The 31-year-old singer-songwriter and new dad writing, people told me my whole life, wow, Justin, you deserve that. Adding, it made me feel sneaky, like, damn, if they only knew my thoughts, how judgmental I am, how selfish I really am, they wouldn't be saying this. These comments come on the heels of a previous post just last month saying, changing is about letting go.
Yeah, you got that yummy, that yummy, that yummy, yummy.
A few days later, he was seen participating in an LA charity hockey event, smiling. On Wednesday, the two-time Grammy winner posting a picture seated at the piano, fans flooding his reply section with joy and excitement, hoping for new music. Bieber celebrating his birthday earlier this month with throwback photos as a baby and time with friends, family, his wife Haley, and son Jack, who he welcomed in August.
A source tells People magazine earlier this month Justin is prioritizing working on new music and his family and spending as much time with them as he can. And of course, we wish him the absolute best. Guys.
Sure do. Yeah, we
okay,
do.
Stephanie, thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie.
I think somebody needs to save that boy. He's strong, because with the memories that he has, it's an option. He's strong. Him and Jaden. I can't even get to talking about the babies.
So, what do you think? Is this his way of breaking free from the grip of Diddy's empire? Or is it too late, and he's already too damaged to recover? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. Until then, fam, keep it real.